Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ben with Irritable Gardens in Georgia, Zone 8. I have a good one for you. I have a nice one for you. Oh, man, I am excited. This video is about two experiments. My routing medium that I just created called BenMix SP, and then single node routing single node codings. I started routing single node codings in 2020, all because I received a long codings, and I decided to cut them maybe into two or so. And then the last part of the coding, I had just one small single node. And I wanted to throw it away. I said, but why will I throw it away? I love experiments. Maybe by now some of you will know that. I love to carry out experiments. So I decided to root it. I put it in water. And the reason why I put it in water is because if you look at fig cuttings, they do have spots all over. And from there you can have roots. So I just put it in water and I saw lenticles forming on it. I said, wow. So now I have fig tree that are rooted as a single node and they're producing figs for me. But I decided this time around, I want the world to know that you can root fig cuttings without having any node in the soil. That's why it is called single node. It is only one node that cutting has, and that node is above the soil. No node in the soil, and yet it produces roots from the body of the cutting. So, let me not waste your time. Oh man, I'm so excited about this one. I want the world to know what I have known for a few years now. And I want to encourage people not to be throwing away their small single node cuttings. They just throw them away. No, you can root them. So let me show you how to root single node cutting successfully. Let's go. These are cuttings that I just received. Burgesser grease. Now you can see I've labeled them already. Why? Because this is going to be one node cutting, another node, another node, another node. So I'm going to get 4 cuttings from this one cutting. 4 cuttings. So that at least out of these 4, at least one should root. If for any reason, at least one out of these 4 should root. Look at this one is Super Jumbo DK. Now that's one node there. I'll cut it here. Here is another one. Now this one has 2 nodes. And the reason is because the space between this node and this node is too close compared to this one, you can see. So if I cut it here, there will be 1 node there. And the reason why, one of the reasons why I love rooting single node or 2 node cuttings, if you look at, you see, You see these brown spots or dots? Roots grow from there, not only from the node. You can see even around the node, it has spots where root comes from. And also from the body, roots will also grow. So that at least I should be able to have one or two, or sometimes all of them, roots. So I've labeled them already. Look at this one. Bodhisenka, or Bodhisenka. So I'm going to cut this node here. Cut another one here. So from this cutting, I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to get 4 cuttings from this one cutting. This one I'm going to get 3, because the space in between each node is too close. So I don't want to cut it too small. So I'm going to cut this into 3. So these will all have 2 nodes each. You see? Here is 1 node, second node. You see? 1 node, second node. So this will have more than 1 node by the time I cut them. So let me cut these cuttings and you see how it looks. Okay, so you can see that I've cut the cuttings. Now this into 4, 4, 3, 3. So single node, single node, single. No, this one has double. This is the bottom part, 2. So out of 1 cutting, I have 3 single nodes and 2 nodes. And this one, I have single node, single node, double node. 1, 2. Oh, this one even have 3 a little bit, but because the space in between them were not wide enough like this one, so I had to make them as 1. Now this one has 2 nodes, 2 nodes. This one has 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 nodes, but the space in between each node is so close. Now this one have 1. Okay, let me see. This one is 1 node, 2 nodes, single node, this one has 3 nodes. 1, 2, 3. You see? So the next thing is I'm going to leave them in water so that they can produce some lenticels, that's small roots, before I will transfer them into soil. These are my fig cuttings. Lots of them are single nodes. Few are 2 nodes and 3 nodes, but most of them are single nodes. And I start them in water. You see? Now let me show you. Let me show you this one here. Single node, started in water. You see, this is Coldedom Bodhisenka. So I start them first in water. Now I can upport this or leave it a little bit more, give it some more days. Now look at this one here. This one is 2 nodes. Coldedom Bodhisenka. Bodhisenka. Oh my goodness. Coldedom Bodhisenka. I hope I'm right. But this one is 2 nodes. There is 1 node. Here's another node. You see? So, see, they've started. You know? So, they are in water. Look at them. Look at that one there. New growth showing there. You see? I have them all in the water. You see? It's in the water there. Look at them. So, when I'm ready, I will put them in soil and put them in a heating dome. That will be the next stage for all these cuttings that I'm starting in water. And also I use tap water. These are all tap water. Even when they become murky and I want to change it like this, I'll soon change this water. See, that one is clean. A little bit murky, a little bit murky. That one is clean. No, see? So until when the water is so murky, then I will change it. You know? And then I will put them in soil, put them in heating dome, so it will help it to produce top growth. And it will also help the roots. Okay, here are some of my single node cuttings that I'm ready to upport. I still have others in the water, but if you can see these ones, they've started forming lenticles. Even look at this one, the leaf is starting to form, so I want to upport them. I'm going to upport them. Look at this one, Angelito. This is an expensive variety, but I cut it into single node because I got one. So I don't want to root one and it dies, but cutting it into single node, Angelito. Cutting it into single node, you see. So now it's forming lenticles. So I can put it in the soil and let the root grow. So these are all single node cuttings. Look at that. Now this is Bourgeois grease. Bourgeois grease. So I'm going to use this transparent cup. I used it last winter, and I'm reusing it again. Now I want to show you guys my rooting medium. Is a new rooting medium I created. I call it Ben Mix SP. So there are 2 experiments I'm going to carry out here. The single node and my new soil that I created to root thick cuttings indoors. This is for indoors. For outdoor, I have Ben Mix and M. That one is for outdoors. This one is for indoor, Ben Mix SP. So I'm going to root this single node with this newly created rooting medium, and then at the end of it all, I'm looking forward to two results: how good this new rooting medium is, and to see the successful rooting of the single node cuttings. So I'm going to use my hand. It is soilless medium. So okay, so I'm going to take the Angelito, and I will just push it in. So I'm pressing the soil or the rooting medium. Single node, Angelito. And then here's the other one. Now I wrote today's date. The date of transferring the cuttings from water to soil. Because some of these cuttings have been in water for 2 weeks, some a little bit more, some a little bit less. So, but the date on this cup is today's date that I'm transferring it into soil. So that's the date I wrote on the cups. Okay, which one will I pick? Okay, you can see. Okay, you can see the water. You know, just single node, and then I'll just push it in and press the soil. You see? So what I'm going to do after I upload all of these single node cuttings, I'm going to put them in this bin, and I will cover it up and leave it here. But every day I will be opening the cover to let out some of the humidity. And then when they start bringing out leaves, then that's when I will introduce them to light. And I might also use heat mat. But when we get to that stage, before we get there, I will decide if I want to use heat mat or not. I'm done transferring all the single node cuttings into rooting medium. Okay, look at it right here. I decided to put all of the single nodes in rooting medium instead of just doing few. But I say, you know what? Let me just put all into the rooting medium same day. So everything in this container here is single node. It is single node of different varieties. So I'll leave it for maybe 2 weeks or so, and I will show you guys the progress of these cuttings. So all single node fig cuttings. It's been 11 days now that I started rooting, that I transfer the single node cuttings into rooting medium. I started on the 8th of December, and today is 19th of December, so 11 days. Now let me show you. Look at that root. Angelito on the 8th, and today is 19th. 11 days, no roots yet. Is that root? I don't think so. We will see if it's or not. So 11 days, Angelito has stopped growth. 11 days, there are a lot of them that are growing. 11 days. And I've not given them any water for 11 days. Why? Because the humidity dome is covered. Though I open it every day, maybe for 5 minutes or so, and then cover it back so as to allow fresh air to go into the dome, and let the old air go out, and then cover it back. Here is another one. No root yet, but top growth. Look at them. Look at them. Look at that one there. Look at this one. No root yet. Okay. So, look at that. Look at that one there, you see? They've started, oh, you see that one there? Look at that. Top growth, 11 days. So what I'm going to do now is, these ones that have enough top growth, I'm going to transfer them and put them under the light. That's what I'm going to do with all of these ones that have enough top growth. I will transfer them to the light. These are the first 4 cups that I've transferred to the light, and this is the container I'm going to use for all the single node cutting. Now I have a big heating mat, but right now I can't use the heating mat because I can't find my thermostat that I use with the heating mat. So right now the heating mat is not going to do anything until I find the thermostat before I can use it, because I don't want to cook all these cuttings that I will be putting here. And then I'm still going to put another container of cuttings here, but this is the setting. And then I might buy a second light or buy a more powerful light, or a light with more powerful watts, you know. So for now, this 4 will be here, and as the other cuttings continue to produce top growth, I'll be bringing them here one after the other. So far, these are the 4 that I've brought here, so that they can have light and start growing roots. So whether the heat mat is working or not, that will not stop the cuttings from having roots. As long as they have top light, that will help them too. And then when I find my thermostat, then I can turn on the heat mat. But for now, they will be under the light without boron heat. Now these cuttings, they've been here for 2 days now, but let me show you guys that I brought them with no roots. I didn't show it when I put them here 2 days ago. No root, just top growth and underneath the light. See, no roots. No roots. So they will be here, and you'll be surprised that you see them producing roots. There are more top growth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer them to light. There is no roots yet, so I'm going to transfer them to a bigger container with light and continue there. So no root but top growth. Look at this one here. There is no root here, but look at something here. Look at root. That is a root. You see, if this root is very long, I would have pushed it down into the soil and cover it with soil. But I don't know if I might do that. Just cover that small root with soil, and that would encourage the roots. So I'm going to this one. Look at root right there. Is there any roots in the ground, in the soil? No roots yet in the soil. Is that really a root? It might be. Let me just leave it first. Look at this one here. Nice growth. There's no root. So it's time to take all these ones out and transfer them to the light. Now I've added them to the first 4 cups that were here. So I've added the new ones with no root. And the heat mat is, I'm not using the heat mat because I can't find my thermostat for it. So I'm dishing the heat mat. But there's something I am thinking of. Now, look at this light that I'm using here. See? Now, look at it's right on top of this container. There's a bamboo stick that I put through there. So I'm thinking of something. And I want you guys, and I'm carrying you guys along. Now, this container here, and this light is at the top. What I'm thinking of is, before bringing them here, they were in a smaller container covered completely. And the inside was warm, and that's why there was top growth. So I'm thinking of covering this with the light right inside. But I'm not going to cover it completely because I don't want the inside to be too hot because of the light. So let's do it together. So this is the cover. Now, if I leave it, it will be completely, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it, but leave it open a little bit so that the heat can come out of this hole, this space here, so it's not thoroughly covered, so that air can go in through here and come out. Let me push it open a little bit. Okay, so at least that should help it to have some heat inside. It will be warm. It will be too warm, so that can also help the roots, because there is light in there now. Not like in the humidity dome that they were in before. It was completely covered and no light inside. But now there is light, but there is space here for air to go in and for the heat inside to come out. So we will see this experiment. The heat mat is not working, so I don't want to buy another heat mat only to come and find the one that I have. So I'm going to do without the heat mat, and let's see if this will work. This experiment worked. I can't wait to show you guys that this experiment that it worked. Let me remove the cover. Ta-da! Look at this. Let me move this light backward so you guys can see what I am seeing here. My single node cuttings, look at them, doing great. Look at that. All single node. I've brought all of them here from the smaller container, the heat dome. I have 40 single node cuttings growing here, 40. But out of the 40, 2 died. This is 1 and this is 2, yeah. So out of 40, 2 cuttings didn't make it. And then these ones are the ones I brought here last. Now, all the ones with the red cut straw are the ones that don't have roots yet. They may have leaves at the top, but no roots. All of them, remember, I brought them with top growth, but no roots. So these are the last sets that I brought. All the ones with the red and cut straw are the last set that I brought. So they've not, like this one just started producing roots. You see, look at the roots there, you know. So, but let me show you. Now, this one is the first cutting with roots, but somehow it became stagnant. But now there is new top growth, and this one came and surpassed it. Look at the roots. Let me hold it away so you guys can see. And look at the roots. So the two experiments that I'm carrying out are successful. One, single node, and two, the mixture or the rooting medium, my creation, Ben Mix SP, worked. Look at single node. I don't know if I can turn the light sideways. Let me see. Okay. Oh, okay. But look at single node. And today is January 19th. I started on the 8th of December. So that's more than a month now. A month and 11 days. A month and 11 days. Look at. Doing great. Now, do you remember this one? This one, let me turn it around. Remember this one? When when it was in the other container in the heat dome, it had a root at the top, and I wasn't sure what to do with the root. Now let me see if I can show you the root. It died. It dried up. Can you see it right there? Right here. That root dried up. But look at new roots. Call the dumb body so tanker. Look at that. A single node. Look at them doing great. 40 single node cuttings, only 2 died, and the rest are doing great. Look at them. Single node. Now, I'm going to show you guys how I water them and what I water them with. Now, let me show you this. This is Walmart brand of plant food. Look at the NPK, 24:8:16. It has more of nitrogen. This is Walmart brand. Look at it in here. And this is full strength, not quarter strength. I am giving them full strength of this Walmart brand of plant food. I also give them water. So the ones with the red cut straw, I give them water because they have no roots. But the ones that don't have the red cut straw, it means they have roots. So I give them soluble fertilizer, and the ones that don't have roots, I still give them water. And if you look at, I have mosquito beats in the water. I have mosquito beat any soluble fertilizer because of fungal snide. So this is what I use. Instead of me putting them on the rooting medium, and then when I give them water fertilizer, it will break it down. Instead, I put them in the water. You see, I put them in the water, and I also put them in the fertilizer. So, and then I give them water and fertilizer every 2 days. I give them on Tuesdays and Fridays. Today is Monday, so tomorrow they will be getting water and the soluble fertilizer. Now let me show you how I spray them. See, that is how I give them fertilizer. Now you can see there is a fungal snide flying there, but they don't affect the plants. Why? Because the rooting medium has mosquito bites in there through the liquid that I give them, so they don't affect the roots. You know, you can see some of them flying there, but I don't have problem with that because it has not affected the growth of these cuttings. Now you remember, I'm not using heat mat because up to now I can't find my thermostat. In 2021, the first time I bought a heat mat. I didn't know about thermostat then. And when I used the heat mat, it cooked all of the cuttings. And because of that, I was hungry. I stopped using heat mat until last year. So I bought this big one. I still have the one I bought in 2021. So, but last year I bought a thermostat to use with it. But this year, I can't find the thermostat. So I'm not using the heat mat because I don't want to cook these cuttings. Look at them, my goodness. Look at them, they are looking good. So, but once in a while, I turn it on for a few hours and turn it off. Because why do I have it and I can't use it? But I don't want to take chances. But look at this, my goodness. They are doing good. They are doing good. Look at the roots. This is Super Jumbo DK. Look at that. They are doing good. Let's see if I can leave it up there for you guys to see what I am seeing here. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. You know, so I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please like this video, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell so that every time I upload new video, you will be notified. Thank you so much, and I will see you again in my next video, and God bless you real good. Bye.